From me, let Adrian come in. Yeah.
Okay. So the power source is 40. The amount you guys are using right now is 40 kilowatts.
Yes, it's 40, but it's that one we use it once. With the government grid, so we now use our own power to continue with either packaging or doing other things in the plant. Yeah, but it's a 40 kilowatt power with a lot of room of extension, and we are just trying to get new ways of how to, you know, panels have a way of just eating up a lot of land. So we want elevated panels, maybe with structures, maybe putting up greenhouses under, you know, under the panels, so that we don't waste on space. Yeah.
Okay, so which means then our hydropower concept would be integrated into the agricultural component.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, that is good. So I think for the agricultural side, we just need to integrate the hydropower to it, and whatever you are doing now, we can just do it. We can just do the same thing over here.
Yeah. Yeah. So our ultimate goal is to replicate what we are doing in Zambia into our first country we chose, because we are supposed to choose about 4 or 5 countries. But you know, 4 or 5 countries will be too much on our hands. So we chose Malawi because the language in Malawi is easier. We have a similar language and they are quite close to where we are. So we are going to replicate what we are doing here into Malawi. And then maybe move on to Angola, where there's a language barrier there because they speak Portuguese. And so this is what is happening in the next phases going ahead. But then we can also do the same thing we are doing here in Sierra Leone, because it's in Africa. So we need to share the good practice, things that are working for us, and we know that they can work for other women in different countries. And once we do that, we will attract a startup funding that we can, you know, we'll use in that particular country. But we need partners such as yourselves, and we see how best we can, you know.
So you're saying that we can use two approach. So number one, you guys can help us to try to seek funding for the European Union, but you also are looking for partners wherein you already have funding that we can use to do setup. Is that the case?
Yeah. We have funding, but what it is that we're supposed to choose a country where we want to replicate what we are doing here in Zambia. So because of language barrier, we went to Malawi. So we are replicating exactly what we are doing in Zambia into Malawi, using a partner in Malawi, using an establishment that is in Malawi. Once this thing ends in Malawi, we can go to another country, and this comes with the funding. The guys that's funded us, this is United States Africa Development Foundation. They are also in your country, in Sierra Leone. I saw one of the groups which were funded, and I think they were putting bulbs in light, you know, lighting, using solar panels, but putting a light. So that is what we can do going forward. But now this meeting was to do with the closure of the fund that you are trying to get on before the 10th, right?
Yes.
Yeah, before the 10th. So that's how I thought Adrian and everyone on the group we'll be able to see how best we can bring it down.
Okay.
And give ourselves responsibilities, and then maybe reconvene after 2-3 days, just before the 10th, and look at how the project is looking like, and then you can compile and send.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. I think that is very good. That is a very good thing, because once you send this, and if you already have funding, it's a matter of also choosing a country. I think that would be fantastic if Sierra Leone is selected, and this, because what Transit is doing now, like I told you before, Sierra Leone is just the beginning, but we have Nigeria, we have Gambia, you know, we Uganda, we have other places. We also want to that we have already spreading right now. We have
Okay.
So this would be a good thing to collaborate with you, especially the fact that you already have a proven concept and you have funding opportunities, just a matter of expanding it. And that would be fantastic. But like you said, let's see how much we can pull off to submit to the European Union, and then we can continue the conversation to see how we can collaborate and expand what you're doing over here as well. We also can extend Transit College there as well.
Yeah. So maybe let Adrian come in just to speak about what you've been doing in the past 2 weeks.
Okay.
Adrian. All right. Hi, thank you. All right. I think just to add up on what I shared, more especially on the agriculture side, I think for the past 2 weeks, what we've been working on in our project, where we're working for seed multiplication in Mumba district, which is a central province in Zambia. So I've been working, I think we have a database of over 1,500 women that we've been working with. But from that database, we selected a group of 500 that we are piloting for a project where we want to track, we want to do production tracking for these particular farmers who are on our seed multiplication program. So this project involves us registering these farmers onto a platform. And then once they are registered onto a platform, we also do other KYC information, such as the size of the land, that they will cultivate for seed multiplication program. We also register other capital resources that they do have. Once the registration piece has been done, we are therefore able to, once such piece has been done, we are therefore able to track these particular farmers in terms of their production from the time they are able to produce up to the point of harvesting, also to the point of dispersing of funds in terms of off-taker and everything. So onto the system itself allows us to be able to see how the crops are performing. It also be able to track, also to know in terms of the maturity of this particular crop. And we're also able to communicate with these women, because these women are also on to registered on the USSD, where we're able to send them particular information pertaining to the crop, which is the soybeans and other legumes. So we're able to monitor them, and they're also able to feed back into us in case of any diseases that they may have with their crops. They can easily take a photo of it, and they're able to send it to us, and then we're able to advise to them to say, okay, no, for this particular disease or situation, this is what you're supposed to do, just to complement the training that these farmers have undergone. This model has proved to be effective in the sense that it does also reduce in terms of cost production. So in the past, where instead of you having to follow all the farmers now and again for every issue that the farmer may come up with, but then now you have to cut down on that some of the issues which can be sorted over the phone can easily just be discussed. And then only those pertaining issues where I require one to travel and meet up the farmer one-on-one are the ones that can be dealt with. The other beauty about the project itself is also the ability where the fact that these farmers once we are making them to be bankable, in the sense that we're making them to be financially included. The production tracking allows us to be able, for a farmer to be able to know what they're able to produce on a monthly basis or on every particular season. So they are able to, and this gives them what we call a credit history, where they're able to know to say, in a particular month, I'm able to produce this and I'm able to make that. And we are able to generate a receipt or a credit history, which shows to say, farmer ABCD is able to produce this and they're able to sell this for this particular season. And therefore, they can use that credit history information to a lending institution, for a bank or anything, in order, in an event that they want to access bigger loans and to develop on their enterprise. Yeah. So these are some of the initiatives of what we're trying to do with some of the women from Mumba district.
Very good. That is amazing. That's amazing. And you'll be able to help us then with whatever, if you have like a questionnaire of the information you would need, or I can share a statistic database, website of my country, and you can be able to see more statistics that you may need there, and what you don't have, you can send a questionnaire. We can be able to help you with that.
All right, that'll be great. That'll be beautiful.
All right. Any questions with the other team? Dr. Godwin, Donald?
Yeah, thank you, Sarah, and thank you, Andrew, for your presentation. And it's really awesome. I really want to find out, when you submit proposals for funding, do you submit proposals based on each project, or do you combine several projects into one before submitting?
Yeah, so what we do is, we submit this project concept documents before a project plan, according to the needs that we encounter. For instance, when we started, we were basically just doing the general agriculture with the women. But then we noticed that we were spending a lot of money in terms of procuring of seed, So that's how we decided to, to find out where we can get cheaper seed, and also cheap seed that is local. And then we discovered that the Zambian government has indigenous seeds that belong to them, and they fully own the rights of these seeds. That's how we applied, and they came and looked at what we are doing on the ground, and that's how we qualified, and we started doing that seed multiplication. But then it needed money. So we started with, we went to the bank, we borrowed some money, and it was a huge success until we now got funding from the European Union, but using Gracia Machel Foundation. I don't know if you know them. So we got some funding from Gracia Machel, but I think she got it from, she got it from DFID, I think, DFID, yeah. So that's how that sector in our business grew, because we had money, apart from the bank money. Bank money has time frame and there's all these interest things. Mm-hmm. So it's quite an expensive money. So we were, everything became easy when we got that funding. And so also, because we used to experience a lot of power cuts, because we were depending on the national grid of power.
Yeah.
So you find that sometimes you don't have power for 2-3 days and you need to do production. So that's how we brought in some experts to look at our factory, and they found out that we can literally, get renewable energy. And because it was that expensive, we also looked out who is giving who has funding for renewable energy. So we keep on like, looking around, searching who has the money. And we kept on looking until we got the Africa United States Development Foundation. So, and we were given the money to put up we're given over $250,000 to put up that mini grid for. So I think that's how we don't get everything at once. It is as we work and we find that there's a need and we don't have, money for that need, then we look around, and when they come, they see, because they'll see what is happening. And so they then also, feel that, yes, these guys have a need, and that's how we get these fundings.
Okay, thank you, Sarah. That's really awesome. This explanation helps us a lot as we conceive all the ideas together. I still want to find out, when you still have to have government approvals for each of the projects, right?
No.
No. Okay.
The government approval was in relation to the seed multiplication. The reason being that the rights of that seed belongs to the government. It doesn't belong to any individual. So it's like Syngenta, their seed is, it's their seed, it's their right. They have the genes of that seed, because these are genetically modified seeds. So they how they do. They make these seeds in the labs and they multiply them and they sell to everybody. But when you harvest and you want to replant that seed, it won't germinate. But these seeds that we are championing and multiplying, these are indigenous seeds. They are pure seeds. They have not been worked on in terms of genetically, working on them. They are just pure seeds. So they belong to government. But for you to use them, you need to, qualify to be a seed grower, because seed, has different standards of growing them. So we showed that we are able to, to follow their rules, the rules of isolation, rules of, growing seeds. You don't need any weeds in the fields. So there's a lot of, work to do when you're growing seed. So we proved to them that we are able to. So they gave us a test run, and at the end of the year, they said, no, you qualify. And that's how we started now championing those seeds, and those are the seeds that we grow. We don't buy seeds from anyone apart from the ones that we are multiplying, and distributing to the women.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe that question is because I think our own that the European Union were seeking, they need the government to approve what I'm doing. They need to know that the government is supporting what I'm doing in Sierra Leone. Maybe it's a different funding, I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm not too sure which one, because remember we spoke about a lot of projects with you. Now, which one do you want to start with? Because,
well, we wanted to. I'm thinking about agriculture would be number one. I mean, would be a big deal. Would be one, and so this agriculture is especially trying to replicate what you're already doing over there. It's one that is a done deal. That's in that one we really want to do it. And then second is science education. Science and technology education. And that was where I was coming. I was talking about the teaching hospital based on the need that we have in the whole country right now. We only have one medical school, and it is centered in the city. And only one teaching hospital, which is also at the city. So, and the rural community, 70% of the population live in the rural community. And there's no medical school there. And you know, so I just think that there's a strong need for that. So I wanted us to, but I wanted it to be like a teaching hospital so that the students can be used for staffing purposes, so that, you know, they can learn and provide service in the same time, at the same time. So that is really what I wanted to see, if we can connect it with education, the teaching hospital.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
and then the final thing I was thinking, at least for now, is to extend data services like ISP, because this proposal, they are talking about information technology promotion. So since most of the country does not have internet service, this could be an opportunity to provide the rural community, internet service for the rural community. So, but the hydropower can be bundled together with the agriculture to provide power for the agriculture. Yeah. So I wanted to see if we can start with those three.
Yeah, I think let's start with the agricultural sector. That one will attract funding almost immediately, because we are now dealing with food. You know, food is number one, and then these other things can come, you know, but I think food, I think food would. So let's work something around food, and then we come up with a project plan around food. And then we fuse in the renewable energy, we fuse in the education.
Yeah.
And then, you know, I think so you can, in the project plan, we can then highlight to say that, you know, this is our phase one, and this is how we want our phase one to look like in the next 3 years, and then, or in the next 2 years, and then we bringing now, because it's gonna need renewable energy, whichever way you look at it.
Correct. Yeah.
Gonna need hydropower, or even, you know, annex, you know, just, it's gonna need some form of power.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then we come in with education, and then lastly, even you know, So I'm thinking like that. I don't know how other people are thinking. I don't know what would be the input with Steve and Daniel and
Dr. Gordon.
and the doc,
Yeah, I think, Sarah, for me, I think it would be nice looking at the shortness of time, and the agriculture part would be also awesome. Currently, I think in Sierra Leone, the Transit College has the land, and then also rural people who are into farming as well. So I think the agriculture part will be key, and then we'll grow to add education to it and technology as well.
Yeah.
And the hydropower part.
So let's leave out the hospital as for phase two. Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I think, because we are looking at time, we will not have all that time. I think Adrian
that's true.
would attest to that, because we need to focus and just concentrate on one thing. And then in the document now, it can be said just in paragraphs to say, this is our phase one, phase two, phase three, you know? And like that, also the donors, they feel they feel comfort, because they know that it's a sustainable project, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, no problem. I agree. So agriculture becomes central, which is food, solves the food problem. And then we'll bring in the education and the technology, right?
Yeah.
And the renewable energy. So agriculture will bring in the education, renewable energy, and then the technology. Okay, that is fine. Donald.
Yes, Reverend.
What is your thoughts?
Well, I think it's fine, but 21st century agriculture is driven by technology. And when you look at data. Like what Ms. Sarah been saying is fantastic, but without data, I'm not sure someone can really, place it. Now, why I mentioned technology is we are in an era of big data. We can also use AI to support the agriculture. We can also use robotics, like mechanized farming, if we are not just looking at selling seeds only. Now, those are very important. And then when we talk, I think everything is just for us to choose, like Ms. Sarah advised, just for us to choose one thing and do, and then include the rest. Because if you want to look at it holistically, you talk about the agriculture, technology-driven agriculture, and then what drives technology, of course, is power, which is the renewable energy or hydro. Of course, we want to go green, so renewable energy, and then the hydroelectric power will help in terms of the agriculture, and then maybe if we want to use it as one part of the renewable energy. So they all like come together, they fit nicely together. But the challenge here is which one to present first. And the question, another question I want to ask is, if we go with just agriculture for the first time, and then when are we going back for phase 2 to ask for another funding for this other project? So we should do something that this particular first phase should be able to fund the second phase, at least to a reasonable extent. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Sarah, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think that would, okay. Adrian, may we kindly allow Adrian to input as well?
I think Adrian dropped off.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, I don't see him online.
Uh-oh.
Maybe he's going. Yeah, maybe he's.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think let's start with because I wanted him to. It's a shame that he dropped off. Okay, then it's fine. I wanted him to, because we did a lot of those things. So I wanted him to give advice on how do we move and which sector do we concentrate on, because we only have 2-3 days from now before you also go through the document and submit.
Yeah, I think I wrote something I put on the group. I said agriculture to provide food supported by education, technology, and renewable energy. I think that formula would work for us. Now, Sarah, do you have something on those? I know you have something on agriculture. Do you have anything? Okay,
yeah, we have. Yeah. I'll send you. We have on the renewable energy, on the agriculture, and the seed sector, the plans that we use, the concept documents that we used.
Okay.
I can send them to you and you look at them and see how you can bring them together.
Okay.
But Adrian was going to be also very useful, and Moansa, I don't know why she hasn't joined into the call. Maybe she's in another call, because we are living in an era where there's Zoom meetings every minute.
I know, right?
So, yeah, I'm sure she's in another meeting.
Is this WhatsApp a good way? I mean, a good communication platform for all of us, for you, Sarah, or do you have other platforms that you prefer?
Come again with that question.
The platform we're using for all of us to communicate, this WhatsApp platform, is that, do you have other alternatives, or is this okay with you and your team?
I think we should follow it up with emails, because we are reading emails almost, they are easy to handle and manage.
Okay.
But maybe when we're having meetings, we can work on the Zoom, I think. I don't know how others feel.
Okay. Dr. Godwin, emails are fine, right?
Yes, emails are fine. The WhatsApp, also the quick messages on WhatsApp would remind us of certain things, but emails are fine as well. But your question to Sarah was the meetings on WhatsApp, are they okay, or do they have some other means, like maybe Google Meet or something else? But I think the emails are fine.
Oh, sorry, I must have missed the meeting. The question. Yeah, I think for Zoom meetings are very good because they are clear and you're able to record, you're able to refer back to whatever wasn't clear and then maybe pose a question. But I think WhatsApp communication is also very good because it's in real time and you can respond almost immediately if there's any query. Yeah, so let's see what works for everyone and then we go by that.
Okay. So if we can send our emails, I have some of your emails, but if we can share them on the group, so that way I can send one big email to all of us that are on the group and we can all reply all.
Yeah. So we will send you the documents.
Okay.
I'll ask Adrian to just compile things and send to you.
Okay.
And you look at it and then you can change it to suit the situation in Sierra Leone because we are not familiar with what is happening down there.
Okay.
Up there rather. So yeah, I think that's a way to go. I don't know what others think. I think that would be the faster way because we already have information on the seed sector, on the agriculture sector.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they'll love it because we are dealing with seed, we are dealing with seed. So I'm pretty sure whoever will look at that document will love it because even us, we just did it, we attempted once and it went through.
Okay, Sarah, I have a question. I think that Mr. Donald asked the question before. And for fundings, how frequent are these fundings? Like if we go for agriculture now, do we have another opportunity to go for education, for technology, and for renewable energy? Or is it just once a year? So it means when we go now, we're looking at December the next year or something like that. How frequent are these fundings?
They are caused, my experience has been that they happen all the time. And in most cases, most of these calls, people don't apply, either because they have not seen them or they have missed the deadline. So they'll bring it up again, they'll throw it again to say, no, there's this funding, please apply. So they are funding all year round. All year round. I will be sending you on the group, I'll be sending you calls as they come so that you're aware that there's this call, especially because usually they'll list the countries that this funding, where they want this funding to go to, yeah. So they'll list the countries that anytime I see your country, I'll definitely
forward
post. Yeah.
Okay, one more, the next question is, do they have criteria to the kind of bodies they support? Must it be NGOs or they even, what do they prefer? Do they prefer NGOs or faith-based organizations or corporate bodies like companies or individuals? Why I'm asking this question is because we need to know what they actually think about persons or bodies that are applying. Do they need a kind of confirmation or do they need a kind of registration before they consider the applications?
Yeah, because I think Trans College does also, you have an agricultural faculty. I think I saw that.
Yeah,
I think
we do.
from the, yeah. So that in that way you qualify. You have to have some agricultural background. You must be doing it at even a smaller scale. And I believe you are doing it because of the School of Agriculture that you have.
Mm-hmm.
So you qualify, but you also need to get the licenses, the local license from the Ministry of Agriculture in your country.
Okay.
You have to get those licenses. You have to pay. There are licenses that are given. Like here, there's an agriculture license. There's a seed multiplication license. So because you'll be asked as you're applying to attach, certifications. And so if you don't have those certifications, it becomes very, very difficult, for anyone to give you funding. So you must be ready with the certifications of your country so that you are able to get the funding.
Okay.
I think that was a very, very good question. Yeah, you have to be ready. And in terms of funding, because you have a school, so I think because of that you qualify in a big way, because then you can also say we are doing it as a school, but we want now to spread it to the rural women because it's working, and it is working. You can even refer to us as your partners.
Okay.
But in Zambia, it's working, and we've been working together for a long time in the education sector in regards to agriculture. So those are the things that they want to hear. But if you can't say that you're a startup, then no one gives money to a startup. You must have traction. You must have things that qualify you to receive that kind of huge funding.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
but that's why I think, Sarah, I don't know how you see it, and I haven't seen the document yet. But once you send the document, if Adrian or any of your team member could attach like a questionnaire of information you would need from us, since you are more acquainted with the document considering the time, so that we can be able to send whatever the questionnaire is. So maybe Adrian can be able to make that quick adjustment for us while we are going through the document, since this will be the first time we are reading through the document.
Oh yeah, yes, that will happen.
Okay. This is incredible. So that means we gotta prepare an MOU between Transit College and you, that the work we've been doing, so we don't seem like rookies, like startups, like you said.
Is that my question? Sorry, I
Yeah,
didn't.
I was asking you. Yeah, you. I was asking you.
You were asking. Please repeat. Can you repeat the question?
Yes. So, like, what kind of documentation may they require from us if we state that we've been working together with you in the education sector and the agricultural activities that you're doing, and it's working? So we want to see how we can extend it now to Sierra Leone. Would it be an MOU? Would it be a partner? What kind of documentation would be required to confirm that or to back that up?
Okay, I think for that one with Trans, I think we just need an MOU. Like for instance, we've been working together in the agriculture space. You've been providing, not really technical support, but maybe, short trainings.
Yeah, training. Short training.
Short trainings. Yeah, because you're into training. I think that's all. That's all will be needed. Yeah, and then you guys, you have to have in your country, you must have some kind of a demo, like a demo plot where you are working. We are trying to teach the rural women in the seed multiplication, particularly in the legume family. Legumes are what everyone wants to sponsor because they don't take a lot of they don't take fertilizer because these are indigenous, so they feed from the existing soils.
Okay.
So just grow like weeds. So these are the crops that, and in Zambia we have soybeans that a soybean that is indigenous to Zambia. I'm sure even that side you must have probably. If you visit the agriculture department, they'll be able to tell you that this is our indigenous soybeans. So those are the things that they want to hear. How are you preserving your indigenous seeds? Because this is about preservation and also the nutrients that comes out of them. So, yeah.
Okay.
So
okay,
to make your job easier, I think we need to send you the documents that we have so that you can go through them, and then your understanding will be broader and you see things in a different light, and probably even your input will be you know, it will be different input because you are inputting on and you are with a lot of understanding of what you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No problem. I look forward to it.
Yeah. So I'll send you the document SAP.
Okay.
And then maybe we can have another call tomorrow.
Okay.
Because the other guys, they haven't joined. I'm sure they are in different meetings because like Mwanza, she just wrote to me that she was in a Zoom meeting.
Mwanza just came in.
So we can now.
She's here right now.
Oh, she came in. She's in, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, she's here. So she should be lost because we are almost ending the call. So yeah, we can do another one tomorrow.
Tomorrow, what time would work best tomorrow?
After I've sent you the documents, but she can say, I think same time. What do you think?
Same time is fine for me. It's
same time because by tomorrow Zambian time, by tomorrow end of the day Zambian time, we must be done with the dummy project plan.
Yes.
To the European Union. By tomorrow, we must have something to look at. I think tomorrow we should be looking at some document and then working on that document and seeing, because Mansa is here, so she'll be able to guide.
Okay.
She's an expert in those things, yeah.
Okay, very good. So yeah, tomorrow, Dr. Godwin, your thoughts? Because I know this is demanding a lot, but you know, we don't have much time.
Yeah, you're right. As I speak, I'm doing several things at the same time, but I'm still on the call. And Donald is also. I want to speak for Donald. He's also very busy, but we know that this is crucial. So Donald, please, you can check up your time. Tomorrow will be busy for me, but I will join the call, and when I need to talk, I'll just maybe step out of where I am and speak. But I'll have my earphones plugged in, and then whatever will be sent, we need to begin to look at them as soon as possible. But I want to say thank you, Sarah, for all the explanations and bringing to light some of these things, and it's really, really educative.
Okay, you're welcome. And Mwansa is here. Maybe she can say hi to all of you before you all go.
Yeah.
Hi, Mwansa.
Mwansa, you're muted.
Hi. Good. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you so much, Madam Sarah. Hi, Madam Sarah. Hi to the team. Yes, I have joined in late because I saw the link, but I didn't see the link early. And yes, Madam Sarah said we were on Zoom meeting. So just wanted to find out, when is the deadline for the application?
The 10th.
When?
The
10th, this Friday.
That's right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, because
Mwansa, Mwansa, I was thinking that because we don't have time to start reading and doing all those things, because it takes months to put up documents together. I was thinking that the ones that we were using ourselves to get funding, I sent it on the group, or probably we just changed to suit their situation in Sierra Leone, because we don't have time to start doing any research.
Yeah.
But maybe we can just do on the numbers, the population. They'll assist us with that type of information. What's a number? Then they can send, and we just infuse in already existing document for Kalomo. What do you think, Mansa?
I believe that would be absolutely perfect, because I know EU applications, they have documents you need to submit from A to M. The M&E is one page, the budget is another page, all of these other things that you need to put in also. The research, as Madam Sarah has said, there is no time, it's late. Yes, I agree with that, yes. In terms of the project frame, that kind of thing, it's too late to start to figure one out if it's due on Friday.
What do you suggest? How do we go about it?
Okay, so what I would suggest is, if we already have the frame, like you have described from Kalomo Grain's strategy and how they operate, we should actually already by here start to split up the form in terms of some people can already start to look at the budget in terms of the numbers, putting in the details. Yes, because Friday is short. If we start to work, maybe we give ourselves some targets and some deadlines. We already start certain elements. As much as we can infuse Kalomo entirely, like Madam Sarah has said, there's certain elements of Sierra Leone which will have to be figured out. So if somebody can come up, maybe have like a map of the area that you're thinking about already, like we start to infuse different sections of the proposal so that in the next couple of days, we're just kind of piecing it together and it can read with clarity.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought that would be quite quick and fast, because if we start doing the research, we really don't have the time.
So I can use Google Art and get some pictures of location and send it to you guys.
Yeah. So we'll definitely use our project plan, and we'll change it to suit your scenario then. And it has to be read all the way, because we might find places where it's talking about the actual names and we need to change all that.
Yes.
So we are just lifting a project plan for Zambia to make it suit for that situation there.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then
so
what?
I'll send those documents, and then and then we'll see what we can do. Wait for you also to send us a lot of information so that Mwasa can work on it.
Absolutely.
And we send it, and then we see. That's what I was saying. Tomorrow we need to meet, but we are quite busy. Mwasa, she's super busy, but I'm sure God will give her the strength to to squeeze in time.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay then.
Thank you so much. So Mwasa, if you can prepare maybe a questionnaire of, since you are familiar with the material, of what kind of information you would need from me relating to my country, adding the pictures there and the different things that you have started highlighting. I can easily get those statistics and all that information you put on the questionnaire and send them right back to you, maybe before the meeting tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. But isn't there a project outline? Because most EU calls come with a outline of what you need to submit back to them. When it comes to EU documentation, I already have the outline of how they normally ask a proposal, but sometimes they change a few things.
Okay, so I'm sure you have that, right?
Yes, I do. Yes.
Not Manta. I'm talking to
me. Well,
yes.
actually, I don't have it. I attended a seminar where they said that this was an open invitation for us to send a proposal, that takes care of science.
Do you have that link? Do you have that link?
I'll try and find it. I'll find the link.
Yeah, you have to find the link, because it will really help us in seeing what is relevant for that call. Hello?
Yes.
Madam Sarah, sorry, I think since Mansa already has the different things the European Union would ask for, because currently we are preparing to submit the document. I don't know if there is a direct call. I think Reverend Steve has another link with somebody who can get the proposal up higher, not just an open submission. So we actually need to arrange the document in line with what Mansa already has. We may not have, he's going to check out for the link anyway, but in case we don't delay, if we can already start with what Mansa already has, that'll be fine.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Mansa, are you here? Right?
Sure. Yes, please. I do hear. I'm sure in this WhatsApp group, there's email addresses that I can send. Yes, I can send you how EU calls look like. They change a bit, but it's normally the same structure. There's one for the budget, one for the M&E, one for the first page of the contract.
So now, Mansa, listen, sorry to cut you. I'm so sorry to cut you, but listen, what we are doing is we are literally developing this thing for them.
Okay.
Because we have been applying for these things and they have gone through.
Yes.
So we are doing the whole thing for them.
Okay.
And I'll send you the seed sector in the agriculture sector. All they would do is to give us data in their country of women and the problem which is there. They know it best. And then we will just cut and paste. We'll use our project plan, but then we need to suit it for their country. That's what is.
Okay, sure thing. Yes, sure thing. Thank you so much, Madam Sarah, for the clarity. Yes, and we have the templates. Yes, we can show you.
Yeah, so we are doing the seed sector, the seed document to develop the whole thing, which will have other things in between. But I think we are moving with the seed sector. Seed multiplication, you know, the legume seed multiplication we are doing here.
Yes, yes.
So,
yes.
Martha, the ball is in your hand, my dear.
Okay. All right.
Sorry to put you on the spot, but I think that's what it is. And so we have to help our brothers up there. You know what I mean? If it's working for us, it can work for everyone else.
No, that's fantastic. Yes, no, it's definitely working. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Okay.
So tomorrow, 12 o'clock, right?
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Please.
Yes. Yeah. In the meantime, please send us a lot of data in terms of statistics, because we have to use your story.
I'll send you our story. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And send us your emails. I have Sarah's email now, Madam Sarah's email. Mwasa, if you can send us your email as well on the group. That way I can send one email with all the documents.
So Dr. Mwasa didn't really, you can just do the introduction you did at the beginning so that she can appreciate to know who you are and your values, and I'm sure she'll be very excited when she hears that.
It means everybody has to do the introduction again anyway. My name is Dr. Godwin Bupo. I'm a lecturer. I am an expert in finance. I'm a chartered accountant here in my country here. And I'm also working with Reverend Steve in Transit College. I think that's the brief I can say.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes. So, and thank you so much. I am Reverend Steve. I'm a civil engineer. I've been doing consulting in civil engineering, and I'm into the education space and the clergy as well. So I'm the pioneer of Transit College and Transit Mission. I'm based here in Boston, US.
Yeah. So has everyone? Who else?
It's Donald here. Good afternoon from Nigeria. Yes. My name is Donald. I am a technologist. I work with River State University. I major in network and cybersecurity, AI, big data, and all. And I also work with Reverend Steve in terms of transit technology data center.
Yeah. And Mwasa, please introduce yourself.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. So good afternoon. My name is Mwansa Makovalo. I have a master's in international development, and we work with Madam Sarah in the, I would say, agriculture space. Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Oh, they need to appreciate who they're dealing with.
Yes, that's awesome. So we look forward to actually pulling this off, and then from there we can continue the conversation with other, collaborative efforts that we intend to do. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
All right.
Okay, thank you. We'll link up as the day goes down and even tomorrow, just to catch up on things. Bye.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Okay, bye-bye.